So Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and the Denver Nuggets just beat LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and it was a sweep. They won in 4 games. And I gotta say, to start this out, Nikola Jokic is truly the best player in the NBA. And I'll be honest, it pains me to say that a little bit. Y'all know I'm a Sixers fan. Y'all know Joel's my guy. But we're gonna call a spade, and I gotta respect game. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the league right now. He dominated all 3 games. He had a triple-double in 3 of the 4. He had over 20 rebounds in game 1. He averaged 28, 29 points for the series. And the Nuggets as a whole just like a very well-oiled machine. I want to talk about Jamal Murray for a second. Going into the season, tons of people were like, Jamal Murray from the bubble was just the bubble. He's not him. He's not that guy. He's not going to be the same after he comes back from his ACL even. And a lot of people were just calling the bubble a fluke. As the season got along, he got better and better. And people started asking the question. I remember this. I don't remember if it was in the playoffs or towards the end of the regular season. I'm sorry. A reporter asked Jamal Murray. It was on the sideline after the game. And they asked, is bubble Jamal Murray back? And I remember his response. He was like, I don't know if this is bubble Jamal Murray, but I can tell you that this is healthy Jamal Murray. And so far in these playoffs, especially in this Lakers series, he's been proving that. Healthy Jamal Murray is really him. It's not just Jokic and Jamal though, it's the entire team. Michael Porter Jr. and KCP are both shooting over 40% from 3. Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon been doing their thing, cutting and moving off ball. One of the wrinkles that I thought was really interesting that Darvin Ham did was when he started putting Rui Hachimura on Jokic. And at the time, especially during game 1, the end of game 1, when he first started doing that, and everybody's like, okay, the Lakers found a wrinkle. Was Aaron Gordon stuck in that dunker spot, and then immediately the thought goes, okay, Aaron Gordon, can you hit those corner 3s? And in game 4, he did. He was 3 for 5. So I was really happy to see that. Once again, I gotta come back to Jokic just because I think he really does deserve it. He was really excellent in this series. Like, the playmaking was on point, the scoring was on point. It didn't really matter who was guarding him, if it was Anthony Davis 1v1, even sometimes if it was Rory with the AD help, he was able to either score over both of them or facilitate well out of it. I'm really looking forward to the Nuggets in the finals against what's looking like going to be the Miami Heat. We'll do a preview of the finals in a day or 2. We got plenty of time between, especially if the Heat win tonight, we got plenty of time between now and the first game of the finals to talk about that series. But I want to shift gears and talk about the Lakers real quick. I know it's not the outcome that y'all wanted, getting swept in the Western Conference Finals, but I think you really got to take a second to look at the second half of that statement, which is Western Conference Finals. We all know this team started out horrible. They made a ton of trades. Some people saw the value in those trades. Some people didn't see the value in those trades. I remember their trade deadline acquisitions be a big conversation during the time. I remember kind of seeing division a little bit because truthfully, we all know that previous Lakers roster just wasn't constructed well. No hate to any of the players they traded away. I honestly think they're good players in the right systems. They just were not supposed to be on the Lakers. That first half of LeBron James in game 4 was very impressive. He was driving, getting to the basket, doing what he wanted offensively, finding open cutters, open shooters, and every time that the ball was in LeBron James's hands on offense, the Lakers either scored or at least had a good look at the basket. And even in the first half, if it was a possession when he didn't have the ball in his hands, I was like, what is this offense? The Lakers in the half would lead, and I'm like, yo, LeBron just had one of the best playoff halves of his career, but I knew that wasn't sustainable. Anthony Davis continued his trend of basically showing up every other day. He has 40 in game 1, but then in game 2, he had 18. Game 3, he shoots 60% from the field. Game 4, he shoots 40% from the field. I think I'm leaving this playoffs kind of disappointed in him now that I'm thinking about it. Not that he wasn't good at times. I think it was just a lack of consistency, because when he was on, he was on. But then literally the next game he'd be off. So, and I think that's offensive and defensively. There be some games where he was great defensively, and then some games where he looked like he just did not have the same level of effort and energy. I'm really looking forward to what this summer is going to be for the Lakers. They really found out they got a guy in Austin Reeves. I feel like he was consistent, fairly consistent throughout these playoffs, especially driving to the basket, getting to the rim, and putting pressure on the defense. I'm curious to see how much money he makes this summer. A lot of people are saying, we saw some reports saying he might get 4 years, $80 million. The Lakers don't have a lot of guys on payroll, so they got a lot of flexibility. So I'm also excited to see what they do this offseason in terms of restructuring that roster. Like, in terms of next year, the only people guaranteed to be there is LeBron, Anthony Davis, Jared Vanderbilt, and I think Max Christie. Malik Beasley has a team option, if I'm not mistaken. I think this playoff showed you that, yes, while LeBron can at times look like the LeBron of old, he can't do that an entire playoff run. Anthony Davis was supposed to be that guy who stepped up a little bit more and took over some of that, at least, impact for them offensively. And like I said earlier, we saw that at times, sometimes we didn't. Is there maybe some more spacing you can add to this roster? Another big that maybe take some pressure off of Anthony Davis, not having to play the 5 that much? Do we revisit that world? I don't know the answer off the top of my head right now. I'm excited to see what the Lakers decide to do. At the end of the day, man, shout out to the Nuggets. played really impressive, really amazing basketball. Good luck in the finals. Like I said, I'll make another video covering the Nuggets and a potential matchup with the Heat. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.